Hello and welcome to New Parents in Training. So today I'm going to compare 3 different tricycles at 3 different price points to find out which one is the most worth it. So we have Velo Felipe at the budget range, which is just under $100. And we have Joovie Tricycle 4.1, which is under $130. And also we have Doona Leaky Trike at under $250 at the time of filming. So all 3 of these tricycles, I'll put the product information down in the description below so you can go check them out. So the reason why I chose these 3, because we want our kid to start learning how to ride a tricycle, eventually into a bicycle. All 3 of them are highly rated, but they are at different price point. I have done review of these 3 tricycles individually in the previous videos. I'll link them up top so you can go check them out. But today I am here to compare all 3 of them at the same time to give you the pros and cons. And toward the end, I'll let you know which one is the one that we like the most. So if you like our show, don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider to do so. All right, so first, let's talk about how easy to assemble the tricycles. Now for the Velo and Joovie, there are a lot of moving parts. So once you take it out of the box, you do need to follow the instruction to the T in order to assemble this. It will require you about 10 to 20 minutes to assemble one of those tricycles, especially Joovie. Just be mindful that some of the parts, if you forgot to put it in initially, then you have to disassemble a lot of parts, especially the front of the tricycle. Now, as far as for the Doona Leaky Trike, that one is so easy right out of the box. Once it's out of the box, just put on the handlebar and then the cup holder and a little bit of accessories. But yeah, it is ready to go in a matter of minutes. That leads to the second point. The second point I want to talk about is how convenient to use them. Let's face it, all 3 of them are supposed to grow with your kid. So that means they have different stages and different mode that you can change it into. Now, because Velo and Joovie have a lot of moving parts, every time you change from one mode to the other one, it will require you to disassemble a lot of parts, especially Velo. Even though it looks very simple, but once you start taking out the parts, there are a lot of screws and bolts that will come off. So if you are out and about, try not to change anything. I found out the hard way when I was using the Velo out with my kid, when I had to change the tricycle itself so that my kid can bike instead of me pushing it. A lot of parts had to come out. And also Velo and Joovie does take up quite a bit of space, even though they seem small, especially in your trunk. You do need to take out some parts in order to have them fit inside your trunk of your car. Now, as far as for Doona Leaky Trike, that one is perfect for people who has storage space issues. So if you are limited in space or storage, then Leaky Trike might be the solution for you because how compact, and it can actually fold down into a very compact form. You can actually carry it in your hand like a briefcase. Third thing I want to talk about is who are those for? As far as for Joovie and Doona, you can start using it 10 months and above. And for Joovie, it's up to 44 pounds. For Doona, it's up to 37 pounds and up to 3 years. Now, for Velo, however, you have to start using it from age 2 to 5 at the maximum weight of 44 pounds with 11 pounds from the bike, so it's total is 55 pounds. So that become an issue for Joovie and Doona. For most of parents, we would have a stroller of some sort for the kid. For Joovie and Doona, then you're probably not going to need it because you have the stroller. But for Velo, since it's starting at age of 2, then at that age, the kid probably able to walk. You can start transition the kid into something that can pedal. So it has more usage for Velo in that regard. Now let's talk about some of the safety features. For Joovie and Doona, they do have armrests and harness to secure the kid within the tricycle itself. And later on, once the kid is old enough, then you can replace those and transform them into a different mode. But as far as for Velo, since the requirement is for age 2 to 5, then it didn't really have any of the security features such as armrest or harness on that tricycle itself. However, for Doona leaky trike, not only it has armrest, harness, but it also has a rear wheel brake at the back, and so does Velo. Velo has a rear wheel brake at the back as well. But for Joovie, it just only has armrest and the harness. So just bear that in mind. Now, the fourth thing I want to talk about is the storage space. All three of them, they provide you with cup holders, but they really have limited space, especially for Velo. Velo only has a cup holder. Now for Joovie, it has a basket at the end, but that's as far as it goes as well. And Doona leaky trike has a storage bag that provided for you, but I would really prefer a tray than a bag, because bag you have to reach down to get stuff. Tray will be just something on top you can just grab. All three of them provide you with a cup holder, but as far as for storage space, they don't provide you with much to go with. Now lastly, I just want to give you my final thought regarding of these three. They all provide you with similar end goal, which is having your kid start learning how to pedal in a tricycle form. But as far as for value wise, Velo is the cheapest of them all, under $100. It's the only one in here that you can pedal as a tricycle, but later on you can transform it into a balanced bike, which is the other two cannot do. As far as for Doona leaky trike, it has a lot of great things going with it. And not only is super compact for people who has storage space issues at home, it's just overall a very elegant looking bike, and it has a lot of great safety feature on it for your kid. However, you just have to bear in mind that you can start kid at age of 10 months, but only till like 3 years old or until the baby reach 37 pounds. So it's not that much of room to grow with down the road compared to Velo. But as far as for Joovie, I would say just skip it. Even though this is in the middle of the pack, but it kind of does everything mediocre. Doesn't have all the safety feature like leaky trike, and it still takes a lot of space. But it cannot transform into a balanced bike like the Velo. So in my point of view, Joovie, even though it's in the middle of pack, it's just not worth it. But however, for the other two, if you are budget oriented, then go for Velo. It will give you the most bang for the buck and last for a long time. Now, if money is not an issue, I would recommend Doona leaky trike. This bike is just much more elegant than the other two, and also it's just very compact, and you can just take it with you anywhere. And not only that, I think that in terms of safety and precaution and whatnot, the leaky trike provide the most benefit for the kid. And the downside is just that it doesn't go as far with the kid down the road if you want to use it. Anyway, if you have any questions, comment down below. Until next time, bye.